Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you could join us today. We're going to be exploring an idea that honestly feels more important right now than ever. It all starts with a huge question, one that people have been asking for thousands of years, right? What is the true source of happiness? Is it found in getting more? Or is it about truly appreciating what you already have? Well, ancient Chinese wisdom suggests the answer lies within a simple four-character idiom, what's known as a Chengyu. It's this elegant little phrase that's been passed down for centuries, and it captures a really profound idea about contentment. Okay, so here it is. The idiom is pronounced Zhizuchangle, and behind these four characters is a whole story about finding a kind of peace that actually lasts. Let's break it down, character by character. So the very first character you see is Zhi. It means to know or to be aware. And we're not talking about just intellectual knowledge here, like for a test. This is a deep, internal kind of understanding. Next up, we have Zhu. This one's all about the idea of enough or sufficient. It's that feeling when you just have what you need, a sense of being full. The third character, Chang, means always or constant. It suggests a permanent state, something that doesn't just flicker and fade away. And finally, we have Nei. This is joy or happiness. But again, not a fleeting pleasure. We're talking about a deep, abiding sense of well-being. Okay, so we've got these four pieces of the puzzle. What happens when we weave them all together? Let's see how they form one single, powerful concept. Altogether, 知足常乐 gives us this beautiful idea. The one who knows they have enough will always be joyful. It completely flips the script, doesn't it? It suggests happiness isn't some external goal you have to chase, but an internal state you can find just by appreciating what's already there. Now, this idea isn't just some nice-sounding proverb. It has really deep roots. It comes from the Dao De Jing, an incredible philosophical text written over 2,000 years ago by the sage Laozi. And Laozi, he offered a pretty stark warning. He wrote that the greatest misfortune, the absolute greatest disaster that can happen to a person or a society is the inability to know when you have enough. For him, this endless desire was the root of all conflict. To really drive his point home, Laozi described two totally different worlds. In one, a world with the way. People are content. There's so much peace that war horses are sent back to the countryside just to plow the fields. But then you have a world without the way, one driven by greed, where war is constant. It's so relentless that the war horses are forced to give birth right there on the battlefield. That contrast is just so powerful. The story teaches that this relentless pursuit of more is what leads to strife and suffering. But a society that understands the concept of enough can find a lasting peace, both within itself and with others. And this wisdom wasn't just unique to Laozi. Another great philosopher, Zhuangzi, echoed the very same idea. He used this beautiful image from nature. A tiny wren lives in a vast forest, but to build its nest, it only needs a single branch. It understands what is sufficient. So how does an idea from over 2,000 years ago speak to us now? How does it possibly fit into our busy, modern lives? I mean, in a world that is constantly telling us to want more, achieve more, and buy more, how can we apply this wisdom? What does it even mean to know enough today? This ancient idea is actually incredibly relevant. It's like a gentle reminder to find joy in the simple things, like a quiet moment or time spent with loved ones. It encourages us to step away from that endless, stressful cycle of comparing our lives to others. And maybe most importantly, it teaches us that true wealth is a state of mind, not a number in a bank account. In conversation, the phrase "I'm perfectly" captures that warm, quiet feeling of happiness. It's a happiness that doesn't come from some huge achievement, but from appreciating a simple, beautiful moment. It's the feeling of having everything you truly need right here and now. Learn Chinese one story at a time.